Lap 63 here at the Talladega Superspeedway. And once again, it will take these cars about a lap and a half or 2 laps to get up to speed.
I think Jeff Gordon may take a look. If Jimmy Johnson was a little bit closer in the 48 car, I think Gordon may have popped out on the backstretch, but now he's dropping back, picking up his teammate. Let's see if he makes a move. Oh, there's a salute. And
so you're looking in the cars, I'm looking at the cars.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they did. Jeff Gordon laid back a little bit. He picked up the 48 car, and they drove right by Michael Waltrip.
Because 2 are faster than 1.
Yep.
And Casey Mears, Rusty Wallace came with him, and Kevin Harvick, the 29 car, is trying his best to get by Michael Waltrip. They're side by side.
Robbie Gordon in the middle of that pack. He was the one with all that moisture, all that liquid on his windshield. This was his conversation with his spotter under caution a moment ago.
Robbie, your voice changed tones there for a little while. Did you get excited? I just couldn't see anything. I didn't want to cause a big wreck. Supposed to be a choir boy this next couple weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
Robbie's on probation by his team for some of his on-track behavior.
He's got a fast race car right now, Matt.
Sure does.
And you could see looking out that windshield, they only got half of the windshield tear-offs. He needs to get the other half on the next stop. They asked him if he wants to come back in under that caution to get the right side. He says, no, just make sure you get it on the next stop. I use all the windshield. Visibility here, so important with so many cars around me.
Sure, when you're 3 wide, especially when you're on the bottom, you're basically looking out the right side of your windshield. So I think Robbie better stay right where he's at on the high
Now
grade.
we can't see.
Something going on with the 20 car, Marty?
A developing issue for the 20 car of Tony Stewart. He came on the radio, told his guys, I have a bad vibration, mainly in the gear shifter knob. I don't know what to do about it right now. Greg Zipadelli told the guys, let's get a whole setup ready behind our pit box with a backup transmission and all the things we need to change it, but let's ride it out for right now and see if anything happens.
Tony Stewart, another contender in the 10-man chase for the Nextel Cup.
There you see the transmission getting ready to go in the 20 car in case they do have a problem with the one in the car.
That's in the back of the field. Up front, Rusty Wallace now, trying to bring the pack back to the line.
Man, Rusty's got a fine ride today.
Boy, he seemed pretty upbeat yesterday and again this morning when we talked to him on Discover Car Countdown to Green. Didn't he? There's Gordon on the inside.
I saw the 8-15 together just a moment ago, but there they are. 8 cars running about 5th right now, 6th. Trying to get hooked up with Michael Waltrip in the 15.
15 goes high, going around the 8 car of Earnhardt Jr. It just doesn't seem like those guys are working. I mean, they're working together, but they're not fast together. Matt.
Wally, that's a problem they've had all year. It just seems like the 8 and the 15 cars just aerodynamically don't work well together. Under the last caution, Junior said, I'm having fun. He also said, though, that I've got a car that can do it, but not as good as the car that's in the museum in Daytona, meaning his Daytona 500 winning car that's at Daytona, USA. The biggest problem he had, the car was running very warm. The water temperature was climbing before that last caution.
All right, well, let's keep an eye on that.
That's not good.
Let's teach Weber something. Go ahead.
What are you going to do? What?
Bill, it's time, and you've got to learn to cue the duck.
Okay, we'll do it.
Folks in the truck, cue the duck.
Okay.
Now you read what goes across the bar.
This is our Aflac trivia question, I presume.
Yes.
Who was the only driver to win 3 straight restrictor plate races?
I know that answer.
You do?
Yep, you cheated in reversal. That's good.
I knew it in rehearsal.
3 straight. Earnhardt.
Yep. And you know who's trying to do that today?
And that didn't include the Daytona 500
right.
either.
Because he didn't win that race for another 8 years. But Jeff Gordon chasing his 3rd straight restrictor plate race, and that doesn't include the Daytona 500.
That's right. He beat Junior here in April, barely. And then he and Jimmy Johnson ran 1-2 in the Pepsi 400 in Daytona.
Yep. That was the race that started on Saturday and ended early Sunday morning. Rusty Wallace in the 2 with Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick shut out of victory lane since Indianapolis last year. Back to pit road, more from Marty.
The second battery not working for Elliott Sadler. It's holding right now at 9 volts. there is an alternator problem. It's not recharging the battery. The water is at 260 or 250. It ranges. I told him not let it go above 265. Oil about 270 for Elliott Sadler, so that has come down a little bit, but they do have a voltage issue on the 38 cars.
Yeah, he's going to have to run out of the pack if he's going to get that car cooled down. So he's going to need to drop back, get some fresh air. Problem is you lose the draft, so you're in trouble either way.
And Sadler, one of the 10 drivers in the chase for the Cup. You see the points as they run now, BP.
Jimmy Johnson pops out. Now, I'm not sure Jeff Gordon didn't let him do that. I think maybe Jeff feels the 48's faster. Maybe he'll see if he can lead the 24 up to the front of the pack.
Marty got a little more?
Well, just real quick, Bill, he's had to shut everything off in the car, and that includes his air-conditioned suit. So it's very hot inside these race cars. It's a warm day here at Talladega, so Elliott getting no circulating air inside the race car either. That can't help either, can it, Wally?
No, it can't. These cars are very hot to begin with, especially here at Talladega. You run the side window, it's like a furnace inside these cars. So if you have to turn off the air that normally goes to your helmet, it's going to heat up quick.
And the left side does not have a window in the car, but they spend a lot of time in the wind tunnel making sure that air doesn't go inside the car, that only hot air stays inside.
Right.
Here's our Stacker 2 track back. Drivers who won their first race of the season at Talladega happened 28 times.
Man.
This race used to be in July, moved to October for weather.
And this race went, I think, 13 years or something before there was a duplicate winner. Every time we came here, someone different, and a lot of times unusual winners.
Are you looking for the same guy I'm looking for? Well, there he is, Rusty, on the inside.
He went from first to ninth in one lap.
Yep. That'll happen here.
Yes, it will.
And those teammates, Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon. And there's Robbie Gordon, who couldn't see anything a few laps ago. Now he can see the lead.
Robbie's got a fast car today.
So Hendrick Motorsports running 1-2, Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, but the pack right on their bumper. If anything happens, we'll break in from Talladega.